I'm Robert Coppage III,
And we're screened on the spot.
and you're getting to know me through movies.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. We just get better every time.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Robert, thanks so much for doing this.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Welcome.
Thanks
Welcome.
for having me, guys, people.
Yeah. This is exciting because you were actually an actual like filmmaker and stuff.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
As opposed to all those fake filmmakers
Yeah.
that we have on the
Yeah,
podcast.
exactly. Well, it's nice that
posers.
it's all. I don't know. I always get like he's gonna have good taste in movies. I just always assume, which I'm
Yeah.
sure everybody does for anybody who makes movies. But
Gotcha.
I'm gonna be hopeful.
No, for me, it's all about movies that really, that they stick to your heart because
Yeah.
there's some soul in it. There's some truth to it. Maybe some, I like those type of movies.
Okay, cool.
So hopefully you like movies with soul. If not,
Yeah.
you're not gonna like my list.
and I feel like are you a film guy? Because some people call them films, or are you just I'm a movie guy?
It depends on who I'm talking to.
Okay.
That's how I respond about the movie Citizen Kane. Is depending on who I'm with. I'm like, yeah, I love Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
And if I'm with other people, I'm like, yeah, it's boring.
And then me, I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's even better. Okay. So you just told me, and I'm going to ask you again, but you are a born and raised Kansas Cityan.
Yes, I'm from Wyandotte County, Kansas. Being right here close to Missouri, we always represent the Chiefs. We always represent Royals. So we're no different. Okay, we're just the same. It's just about Wyandotte. It's like country. It's like way more woods and horses walking down the street with their. It's like a normal thing.
Sure.
What I know about
Cowboys.
Wyandotte is a lot of good Mexican restaurants, though.
Yes, it's like the best I've heard.
Best
it's like,
Mexican restaurants. Like
Yeah.
most of the Taco Trail is on that side.
Oh, that's right.
Come
Do you
on
have
over.
a favorite that you go to?
Honestly, my aunt makes the best.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
Berea Tacos. She makes some great ones.
That's
Her
awesome.
name's Chef V. So if anybody's ever looking for some good tacos, my aunt does it.
I
very
always
well.
want a
That's
good
what I'll do.
taco.
Yeah.
Come on.
A taco. Like, come on.
And you kind of do a lot of things. So when
Yeah.
you were suggested to me by a friend of ours, she was like listing all the stuff, and some of it I don't even remember because it just seems
Yeah.
like you do so much stuff.
Yeah.
So you are a filmmaker, but you also teach. Is that right?
Yes, I teach. I teach a lot of improv. I got into improv. Come on, let's go.
I've been doing improv for 25 years.
That's what I'm talking about. What are you, 26? Let's go. That's awesome.
Okay, do a
It's
scene.
high school.
Guys, do a scene.
I've been doing. Oh, right.
No, I'm just kidding. Don't do it. You know.
Hey, Jennifer, it's good to see you again. No,
Yes, and
That's it.
That's
That's all
it.
you need with improv. No, I got into it when I was like 12 or so. Over in Wyandotte County, there was a place called the Alcott Arts Center. It's on 18th Street, and it was me and it was a bunch of old white guys, and they taught me how to say yes and they taught me how to agree. They taught me how to not ask questions, just keep the scene moving and tell the story. And so after that, I really enjoyed it, so I wanted to keep doing it, and that's what I did. I got a little bit older, way older. I mean, I'm fast forwarding here, about 20 years, and I started working at a place called Comedy City. I auditioned there, and it was great because it was like I was in a room full of class clowns that would get kicked out usually, but it's like now we're getting paid for it.
Yes.
But the thing was, we were only getting like $10 a show. And
Oh.
the shows were like
They
an
don't
hour
pay
and a
very
half.
much, yeah.
Oh my God, it was horrible. So I was like, how can I create a space for people to be able to, not get kicked out of class, right? In a sense, like not get kicked out of class, but also get some money for doing it. And I was like, now I came up with an idea called Tribe University. And so that's what I do. I teach improv, and then I give improvisers opportunities to make money.
Where do you teach at?
I was at a place called the Black Box on Troost. They've since changed to a church. And so now I'm inside of Next Page Talent Agency. It's right there on 59th and Troost.
Cool.
But I also do house calls. So if anybody, I do workplaces. I do all of that. I do schools, all
so
of
people,
it.
I was going to say, do you do like schools and students and stuff like that?
Oh, man, I love
great.
working with students. A football team brought me in not too long ago.
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I brought my son with me, and we took all 50 of those kids.
I love
had them.
Well,
Listen.
and honestly, like I always think like corporate is the place to go to because like
Yeah.
it's such a good team building thing
Problem
and
solving,
like
team
yes,
building.
like trust,
Yes.
building trust, so good. What's your favorite improv game?
My favorite one, it actually is a activity called Mirror, and it's like we stand right in front of each
Do
other.
it with Chris. 'Cause
Yeah,
I know
I'm
what you're
gonna be
doing.
your mirror, so
I know what
whatever
you're
you do,
doing.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay. So if I mirror back and forth. All right. I'm a pretty cool guy. I like the sweater. The sweater's pretty good, right?
You can't compliment yourself in a mirror. You can.
I thought he was going to compliment.
There's no denial.
It was like wordplay too.
No,
and I was
because
like,
mirrors don't talk, and that's what I tell my students. You know, it's not about the words. Sometimes in acting, it's all about the movement. It's all about your facial expression. It's all about the feel of it. It's not about saying anything. So some of the best actors, they don't have to. I'm gonna say nothing.
That's awesome. And do you do theater also?
Yes,
Okay.
I do. I do theater. I love theater. Casey Melton Pot Theater. If you haven't heard of it, it's just off Broadway. They do some great shows. I've worked with the Met. They're actually doing The Color Purple. Yes, and that'll probably be running for a couple of weeks. So go check that out it's like the first time in KC that The Color Purple is
really?
actually
That's cool.
actually being ran.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
We could talk about theater and how there's not enough work for people of color.
Sure.
You know, it's just like this is such a rich place because we have so many different cultures. We have so many different people. But a lot of times they would like rather go out of town or whatever for their talent, and it's like, yo, we're here, we're right here.
Kansas City has some really, really awesome actors.
No, seriously, and like being able to work with some big folks like that, they usually have to leave, but we're like, no, stay. Like, let's create more opportunities so people can stay.
Well, I feel like there's a lot of theaters around town too, like local theaters.
There's a few, but it's not like they are catering to. And here recently it's changed, you know, after COVID and after, you know, some people have spoken out. But usually it was more of like, have you seen have you ever seen or read the book where Lenny he breaks the rabbit?
What's
that called?
What is the name? I just blanked
Mice
on
and
it,
Men.
too.
Of Mice and Men.
Yeah.
Have you seen that on stage ever, or have you read the book?
No.
It's
Have read
very
the book.
white.
I've seen
very,
them.
very,
Yes.
very white, very
Yes.
white. And so those are the types of shows, you know. And it's like, wow, you got a cast with 7 white men,
Yeah.
you know, 1 white woman, and then you know, that's. And then the black guy is in jail. So I mean, it's like, come on, we need
We need
way
more diversity,
more,
more characters.
exactly.
Didn't they? Somebody just did Aquila and the Bee not too long ago.
Yeah, the
too.
Coterie just did Aquila and
Yeah.
the Bee. So then we start talking to, you know, people behind the scenes there, and it's like people who are of Asian descent feel the same way. They're
Yeah,
like,
of
you know,
course,
where are our plays? You know,
Right.
what
I know, they've got like Miss Saigon the musical and that's
exactly,
it.
and then it's like just fill in where you can, and then it's to the point where the casting directors, they don't even know, you know, who to call, right? Because they don't know any.
But I also
Because they
feel
don't do
like
they don't do the
people
shows.
should
with
do
them.
like the Hamilton thing, where it's like it shouldn't matter, you know,
Just put 'em
what
in.
race you
Just
are.
put 'em
Like
in.
you're an actor.
Yes.
You can act in,
Yes.
in anything.
That's why I wanted to do Tribe. That's why I started Tribe.
That's awesome.
to bring those opportunities and awareness. So I do a lot of casting with that, different projects, movies, films, everything. I mean, table reads,
Yeah.
everything.
That's
I
awesome.
love to find people those chances.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You do a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
And you also make,
Oh, I write too, man.
and you write.
All right. Yeah, I wrote a show called Black Hookah. Have you heard of it? Now you have.
Not. But
called Black
I'm Middle
Hookah.
Eastern, so the hookah part of that like really kind of piques my interest because I love hookah.
It's not a kid friendly show,
Okay.
but it is a you know. It's a funny show. It's just like a little series.
Tell
that we
us
put
what's it
together.
about.
It's about 2 guys who open up a hookah spot, and they don't know anything about business. They don't know anything about customer service, and they don't know anything about hookah. And so, what happened?
Good business for them.
Right?
Yeah. Why would you not?
Their grandmothers passed away and left them money, you know, inheritance. And they were like, what can we do with it? You know, I was like, I like to smoke hookah. Well, maybe we should open up one. And they did. And in the season, you get to see different characters come in and out that are just fun. Yeah. It's really fun. It's a fun show. So I've been able to use a lot of my students, right? Tribe University students who've come in and done improv training with me. I'm like, hey, come be in a show. Come make a series with me. Let's have some fun.
That's awesome.
Create content. So that's what it's been about.
I just love that you're making more opportunities for people right here and
In Kansas
just
City.
In Kansas City, that's really cool.
I hate the fact that people feel like they have to leave. You know what I'm saying? I really do not appreciate that because I'm like we said earlier, Casey has so much talent,
Right.
in all ways, right? So we could do, they can score it, like they can do the music behind the scene. You know what I'm saying? We've got crew that is amazing.
I was gonna ask you how'd you do the production stuff? Did you just did you know a camera person? You know people?
What's really funny
you
is
do?
I was at an event and I was somebody was screening something that they had put on. I think it was Francesca, hey, how you doing? She was putting on one of her films, and Guy Alpone came up to me and he was like, hey man, I got a camera, you got anything you want to do? And I'm like, yeah, I got something I want to do. I had nothing when he said it, but I was like, yeah, I want to do something. So after I went home, I just started writing. And he was a man of his word. He was there. He showed up every week. We filmed, and he would bring crew members, and I'd bring crew members. Sometimes my crew members were family members. But
yeah,
you know,
hey, if you can you hold this for me, please? That's all you have to do. Press this button.
Yeah,
good to go.
Yeah, but they've got Casey's got great crew.
Yeah,
like all around, very professional.
But
too.
I mean, did you know anything about filmmaking before you like kind of got into this?
That's a great question. I think when I was really little. And I was talking to Justin a little bit earlier. He was telling me like when he was little, he had a little camcorder. Like I had the same thing. I was 10 years old. Pops put the camera in my hand, and somebody called me Spike Lee, and I'm like, who is that?
Yeah.
like, you're a young Spike Lee. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. So, but I always liked to film everything that was going on in life, everything that was going on around me, my friends, family. Like I still have a lot of tapes that I've actually since. I turned them into digital. I turned them into where they can go on my camera now. Or on my laptop now. So I'm excited about technology changing to where I don't have to plug up my TV, because that's what I really did it for.
Oh yeah,
I did it to plug it up to the TV so I can see myself on TV.
I know.
Yeah.
And then you just end up staring at yourself. We have all of those childhood videos too, and my dad literally saying, "Stop looking at the camera. Stop looking at the TV. Don't look at the TV," because we're just like, "Oh, we're on TV. Cool."
Yes. Oh man.
So your Black Hookah series is done, correct? Like the first season.
First season is wrapped.
How many episodes?
8
8
episodes.
episodes.
Now originally there were 10. We lost one in post.
Oh no!
I don't know what happened to it. It is
It
gone.
just like got deleted.
No.
I don't
Did
know.
you take it to
Somewhere
a
in
camera
transition.
or like a computer store or something? I don't know.
I don't know where it is.
It's got to live there.
It's got to be somewhere, but it's not where we left it. And then one of the other episodes, we had to like shrink it. Like we didn't have a lot of time. I want to tell you how we were shooting this. We shot it on Saturday and Sunday, but between the hours of 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. So we only had 2 hours every week, every day to get it done. And some days the cast will be late, some days they didn't read the script. Some days, it's just the show, right? That's a part of it. But we made it work. You can't tell when you watch it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But we had to condense some things because we had 10 episodes, and then we had to change some things around. We couldn't get our 10th episode like we really wanted to because of time. I think we had 3 hours to get done 2 full episodes. We were like, no, we're not going to be able to. We're going to have to wrap this up.
Improvise.
Yes, yes. And that's what happened. Actually, Sanice is in that episode.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah,
Oh.
she's actually in episode 9.
That's awesome.
She plays the co-owner's grandmother.
Okay.
Yeah, because she passed away. So she plays her.
Got it.
Oh.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
It's not Chinese and like old.
No.
Okay, got it.
That's why I hesitated, because that's what I was
like,
thinking.
oh, she's a grandma character. Cool. Okay, that's awesome. And it's on
Medea.
YouTube.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Great.
That's awesome.
Yes.
And then what do you have? Do you have anything that you're working on now that you're hoping to put out later?
We have a few films that'll be coming out soon. One by Jay Hampton, The Unseen film that'll be coming out soon. One from Mike Blevins. He's got a film called The Devil Comes to Kansas City. So that's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was shot here and in LA.
And did you act in that?
Yeah,
then?
both
Okay.
of those. Yeah, both of those. And then we got a town classic. It's called Lockdown. Lockdown by Honesty Edwards. So that's on Tubi now. So y'all can check all those films out when they're out. And upcoming, it's gonna be The Shutdown. Actually, The Shutdown. I hope Tribe help cast that as well. That's from Chuck Brown. He has a movie called The Shutdown. It's on Tubi as well. That's all Kansas City. All
That's
these
awesome.
things I'm naming right now is all Kansas City.
That's so cool.
And these are some great films, some great projects, and some great people behind the camera. Devontae Brown, some great stuff.
Oh,
Yeah. Come on now. Devontae's great. If anybody doesn't know Devontae Brown, look up his films. I've worked with him a few times, and I mean, all the time, actually, because we do commercial work all the time. So that's the next direction. We want to take some stuff into commercial.
Yeah.
We want to start getting commercials. We want to start helping companies brand and brand for us, and create for us and create with us in mind. So crew, cast, audience, all of that. So that's what we're working on next, doing some commercial work.
Sounds like you have a hand in a lot of pots. So do you have enough time to keep up with TV shows and movies?
I watch things. I got time to watch things.
I don't know how you have time to binge a show with all that going on.
No, well, there's a lot of free time in between.
Yeah, okay. True.
Yeah. Oh, that's another one. We're filming this weekend. It's a movie called Midway Skip Mark. Philip Dixon is actually the writer and the director of that one. So that'll be pretty fun as well. If I think of any more that would go
Just
out,
in the middle, I'm
gonna just throw it in.
That sounds great. Okay, we're going to start getting to know you a little bit better
Okay.
through movies.
All right.
What is your most memorable movie-going experience?
I'd have to say it was the time I went to see The Woman King.
Which was very
very
recent.
recent.
Very recent. And the reason why it was so memorable is because I cried during the whole movie.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Literally the whole movie. I'm like, soon as the moon glows up on Viola Davis's skin, my eyes just went like tears. I'm like, what is going on? This never happened before. But it didn't stop. It kept going through the whole movie. I mean, every scene, the action scenes, the gruesome scenes, the funny scenes, I'm just crying.
What was it about that movie?
It felt really good to see. It just felt really good, I think. All the representation, all the strength. And then I called my grandma, told her about it. She's like, oh, did you know that we're actually a part of the Dahomey tribe? So that's actually,
That's cool.
She said she went on Ancestry.com. She found out that was our.
amazing.
Yeah, she's like, oh, they made a movie about us?
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty
and who
cool.
better to play, one of the lead role, like
Right?
Viola
Oh my
Davis.
gosh, come on.
She does make me cry too.
I was going to say, I
Right?
get some sort of
Okay,
emotional
so it was
It's
reaction.
very
just me.
powerful.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure I would have a reaction to her in that movie too.
Yeah.
Just like I do with any like woman on screen, like in a powerful role, and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, this
No,
is
it's
amazing.
huge. That
Yeah.
movie was huge to me. I just felt like that was one of the best movies I'd ever seen.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It'll be out on DVD.
Yeah.
We'll get the
dude,
physical
streaming.
Yeah.
Just in
I
our
was gonna say,
physical
is
copy,
DVD?
people.
It's not a thing.
It is for these two.
I still buy a lot of
Let's
them.
go.
They
I'm,
love it.
I'm trying to keep
Yeah.
it alive. Like my wife, she likes to online shop, and I'm sitting in the corner on eBay buying used Blu-rays and stuff. I'm like, buy two get one free. All right.
It's gonna come back. Like, just
Yeah.
wait. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like records. CDs
I
get
know.
like 10 more years,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be everyone's gonna be looking for CDs
Right.
again,
Well,
and
but
also
see,
DVDs.
the problem is
Yeah.
though that like if you want to watch, I want to watch what I want to watch now.
Now.
So then if I go and then it's not streaming anywhere, then I'm like,
I gotta
what?
wait on. I gotta go buy it from you guys. No.
Well, that and lately, a lot of these streaming services are like getting rid of movies off the services. So it's like if you don't have the physical copy, you're just kind of SOL.
Yeah.
That's true. I hope nobody threw away their VHSs.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, I got
I
rid of
did.
some. I'm like, why did I
Lot of
do
them.
that? Just to have them on the shelf?
I'm a former Blockbuster employee, so I had mountains of
Oh.
VHS.
You're not 26.
No, I'm not 26. I am not 26. No, that was my high school job, and yeah, I had so many VHS, and they're gone.
They
Sadly.
both worked the jobs I was literally trying to get
yeah.
all my life.
No,
I
that
wanted
was
to
a
work
cool
at, he
person
worked at
job.
AMC. He worked at Blockbuster. I'm like, I can't get a cool job. Jeez.
Oh man, goals, man. I
I
understand.
know, I
get it.
know.
I get
And
it.
now there's like a TV show about Blockbuster that's out,
Yeah.
which is nuts.
Where is this?
It's on
Netflix.
Oh,
or
Netflix, yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I think it's
Blockbuster?
I think it's about the last remaining
it's
Blockbuster.
about the
I
last
think.
Blockbuster.
But it's
Yeah.
like a workplace comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very nostalgic.
What was the first movie that you saw in theaters?
Well, the first one I remember is the Nutty Professor, Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the first one I remember.
That's when I had VHS.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
come
was gonna
on,
say,
man.
we watched it on VHS all the time.
Hercules.
I remember going to there was a Cinemark in Merriam, Kansas, and
Still there.
yeah, very cheap tickets,
Yeah.
man.
That's why I like that theater.
Yeah.
I go there a lot.
I think it's like still $5 or
Yeah.
$4. 50 or something.
Do y'all go to the drive-in? Like, when's the last time you've been to the drive-in?
We usually try to go once every year, but we
Yeah.
haven't made it in like during COVID. We definitely did that because we had
Those
to
prices
see.
are good too.
What was that stupid Christopher Nolan movie? That was terrible.
Tenet.
Tenet. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to see that.
was-
We weren't waiting, so we had to go to the theater. It was awful. It was so bad.
We already know.
Yeah, it was so bad.
Was it that
So it
bad?
was probably the last
I-
time.
Well, we
I
don't
mean, I
gotta get
thought it
started.
was
doesn't have to-
It,
Gotcha.
it was too
Everywhere.
Yeah, drive-ins are great.
Yeah.
Put the
If you're
point.
seeing a good movie.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What's your favorite sports movie?
Like Mike.
Oh, that's such a
Okay.
good answer.
Yeah.
Like Mike. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like little Bow Wow,
Yeah.
Morris Chestnut. Like, yeah, this is a good movie.
That's awesome. That was another one we watched all the
I
time.
used to love that all the
Yeah.
Like, watch that all the time too.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so ridiculous. Like,
Does it still hold up now? Like, do you watch it now and you're like,
I see, and this is the thing. Like last night, like my just for some reason we turned it on and was like,
Random.
I got past the first half,
Yeah.
know, it was, but I saw what I needed to see. Like, it was fun. It was fun.
Sometimes you don't want to revisit them because it's like you don't want to
you
mess
don't
the
want to
memory
ruin
up.
it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but you really couldn't.
That's kind of how I feel about Mighty Ducks. It's like I love
Oh,
that movie
wow.
so much when I was a
Oh.
kid.
See,
I
I
haven't
haven't.
seen it in
it
decades.
Oh,
holds
I think it
up.
holds
and
up.
I'd
have
be
one,
worried about
yeah.
watching that and just
Yeah.
being like,
that had some good
"Ooh."
child actors. That
Yeah.
had some
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
strong.
For sure.
Some of them still
performers.
going, yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I have kids, there's a lot of those that we throw on. And Mighty Ducks is one. She was not interested in Mighty Ducks, but I was like hooked onto it, and it holds up. That
I
was a
think
good
the
one.
only one that Goldberg, man. What happened to him?
No, he's fine now.
Is he
Yeah.
fine now?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
getting back out there. He's
Okay.
cleaned himself up.
Good.
He's
Okay,
getting back out there.
because I was like, oh boy.
saw that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Is there a movie that has sort of changed your view or opinion on filmmaking in general and what could be accomplished?
Yeah. When I was younger and I saw Goodfellas,
Mm.
and the way that he was telling a story. Who was that? Scorsese? Who was that?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Scorsese.
He was using the RE camera and like telling the story with the camera and like not just with the words,
Yeah.
Like it was, as a kid, I was like, this is really cool. How's he doing this shot where it's like the one take where it's just
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
going in and everybody's talking and walking by and hey, how you doing? Hey,
Yeah.
how you doing? I really that left a huge impression on me as a kid. There were so many things I wanted to do with the camera then, and what actually it made me to. When I went to school, I was very strange. I would go up to different people and I'd say, "Hey, can I like just can I just like walk behind you, to our next class, and you tell me what are you thinking? Like what's going on in your head? Like walk me
narrate
through."
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like sometimes they'd say, yeah, right. So I'd just walk with them. They'd tell me what they were thinking while they were going to class. But for me, that was like one of those camera shots thing. For me, it was like, I don't see this all the time, or I don't think like you. I don't even see what you see. So what are you seeing? And that's how I felt.
So you
about
had
it.
your camera in school.
I was using my
shooting stuff.
laptop. I was using my laptop back then because they gave us school laptops
Yeah.
with a little camera at the top. So
That's so
Nice.
cool.
that was my stuff. I like
That's
that.
awesome.
Yeah, telling stories with cameras is just amazing. So yeah, Goodfellas.
That's a great answer.
That's like my number 2 favorite film.
Come on,
Like,
what's number
it's
one?
Prisoners. You
Haven't
ever
seen
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Oh,
he loves
haven't
Prisoners.
I like it goes back and forth. Jaws is up there too. It's just
There's a movie. I'm gonna think of it. Go to
Okay.
the next question. I'm gonna think of it.
Is there a actor or actress that you have a season pass to, meaning that you'll watch anything that they do?
Spike Lee.
Mm.
Spike Lee.
Yeah.
Now that you know who he is.
Yeah, Spike Lee without a doubt. I'm gonna watch whatever he is in or whatever he puts together. Even if he's just a producer, I'll watch.
He's
it.
done so much too. It's kind of crazy sometimes just to try to look at his filmography and
Yeah.
whether it's especially if you include producing or I think he's done like documentaries and stuff. But
Oh,
man,
some great documentaries.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson's documentary.
yeah,
Kobe Bryant's documentary. I mean, he did When the Levees Break.
Oh, right.
About the Hurricane Katrina documentary. I mean, it was like, yeah, that's a. I'll watch whatever he does.
When we watched, we saw the screening of Black Klansman together, and
The one
we
that won the
both
Oscar.
like
So good.
and we both sat there. We were
Yeah,
could not
just
speak
stunned.
afterward. It was just like
Yeah,
the
that ending.
was-
Great.
Wow, Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That was really
I
good.
did like Black Klansman. I could name everything. Don't.
Well, yeah. Well, Spike Lee is a filmmaker that I was really, really late to because I just had not watched his movies growing up at all. And then I don't think Black Klansman was the first one. I think Inside Man was the first Spike Lee movie I ever saw. But then going back, like Do the Right Thing, and then Malcolm X is like a masterpiece. It's like one of the most. It's like that's the why was this not clearing the Oscars? Kind of movie. Well, we know why. There are reasons, but it's one of those like underappreciated masterpieces.
Yeah, I feel like that about Spike Lee in general. He's, you think about him, but he's not like at the top of like everyone's list. Like
Well,
I feel like he's a acquired taste.
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
And he's even mentioned in recent years kind of struggling to get a movie made, which is so crazy because it's Spike Lee and he's done so much.
Well, he doesn't do it to make money, I feel like, and that's like
Well,
what
yeah, that's-
people
that's-
are after anymore.
Yeah,
so,
he's trying to tell them stories, man.
Yeah.
He is.
definitely. What movie do you always defend, no matter how bad people say it is?
Meteor Man.
Oh, I love Meteor
Meteor Man.
That's awesome.
What's crazy is when I thought it was a masterpiece.
Yeah, when I was a kid, that's one of those I haven't revisited since I was a kid. But still.
Okay, I'm unfamiliar. Tell
So
me more.
Meteor Man is like the first superhero movie with a black man.
Okay, who's the
Robert Townsend.
Okay.
He produced it, he wrote it, he directed it, and it's like he was green and he got hit with a meteor and the meteor like gets all into his body and then he has superpowers, so he goes into the hood and he like basically turns all the dirt lots into gardens and then like
That's
gives,
a heck of a superpower.
right? And then gives like books to all of the kids because like one of his superpowers is if he touches it, he gets all the information.
Oh,
He
that's
touches
cool.
a book, he gets all the information. So, he could fly. And it was just like, wow, look at this black man dodging bullets. Like, it was great,
And doing good in the community.
right?
Yeah.
Don Cheadle is in that movie.
Love Don
Nice.
Cheadle.
Don
Is he
Cheadle-
Meteor Man?
No,
No.
he is.
Oh.
He's the.
He's
he,
bad guy?
He hates me. Come on, we gotta check this out.
I
Let
don't
me
know.
when you watch this.
I'm not familiar with
We
Meteor
had
Man.
during COVID, we had a Meteor Man party for my son.
That's awesome.
So he could see it. Like you're talking about getting reintroduced to
Yeah.
old
Yeah.
classics. We had green streamers on the fan. We had Sprite. We had green everything.
Yeah.
Just green stuff all around
That's
the house. And we sat down and watched Meteor Man. He appreciated it.
Okay.
I was very glad about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you need to do with Ghostbusters, is like make a party out of it.
Yes.
So
Then
Sadie
my
likes
daughter will
it.
probably like it. Yeah.
Theme it out, bro.
Yeah.
That's a good
You,
idea.
you make it an event.
Yeah. That and Blank Man came out.
Oh,
Come
I've
on.
seen Blank
Oh,
Man.
yeah, Blank
Blank Man I've
yeah,
seen.
those were movies
Who hasn't
because
seen Blank Man?
my older brother used to confuse them, but we would watch those both on TV. On
Gotcha.
cable
No,
all the
people
time.
still get those two movies
Yeah.
confused.
What's a movie that can make you cry every time you watch it?
Probably The Woman King.
Yeah, I was gonna- anything with Viola Davis. Yeah.
Probably
Is there another one besides that?
No,
can
honestly, no.
No, that's the one
That's
that
the
makes
one.
you
I
cry.
can't
That's okay.
think of any
Do you find yourself crying a lot at movies?
not in movies.
But in life,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, in life,
In
yeah,
life,
yeah, yeah.
Movies don't do it.
Yeah, in life, yeah. Yeah, but not too much at movies. I don't know why. Maybe I need to get some therapy or something. Is that wait, what do y'all cry on? Hold on, what movies are you crying
I'm not a
about?
crier.
No,
either,
okay.
so-
I'm a huge crier, but this is I've admitted several times on
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
podcast, but I cried at the end of Frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
think I made it to the end.
Yeah.
No, I mostly cry at happy things nowadays,
Right.
and
Okay.
especially when it involves children. So you
Okay,
know,
so like Pursuit of Happiness.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Gotcha.
yeah.
I mean,
okay.
honestly, what's the I don't remember the name of the movie, but the Will Smith, Venus Williams, what was
King
King
Richard.
Richard?
King
King
Richard,
Richard.
yeah.
That
That could
same,
make you- that could
same
make
kind of
you-
thing.
okay.
Like with
Okay.
kids, like, and they were like living their dreams.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did almost cry just in very, very close at the end of Prey.
Oh,
of
yeah.
Prey.
At the end of Prey.
Oh, okay.
Because the
Yeah.
dog didn't die.
You're just happy.
Yeah.
That
Spoiler alert.
Sorry,
Jeez.
you put it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Okay, there are movies that I could have cried. Okay, I can see
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
I Am Legend when Sam.
Oh, no.
Spoiler
yeah.
alert. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
I mean, if you haven't seen I Am Legend,
Do-
by this
dogs
point,
are
then,
dogs are always the key to tears.
yeah,
Yeah. It's hard.
There's some great questions.
yeah. What's your favorite movie soundtrack?
There's like 3 of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
You don't have to have one.
Chicago.
Oh, great. Yeah, the musical.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Lion King
Mm-hmm.
and Dreamgirls.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah, Dreamgirls is the top one though. That's like I can sing that soundtrack from top
Eddie
to the
Murphy
bottom.
singing really threw me off though.
Yeah.
Like that was
You
weird.
didn't know that was his thing.
I mean,
He had an
I
album
knew
in
Party
there,
all
yeah.
the time. But him actually singing show tunes
Yeah.
is a little like, oh, okay.
it was for me it was just like fun. I like the old schoolness of the yeah, it was really nice. And then you know what? I'll throw in a non-musical, Friday. Friday had a really good soundtrack. It's got some old hits on there from the Superfly soundtrack too. What's his name? Curtis Mayfield. So it's got some good hits on there. What y'all know about that? Doom, 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 doom.
I'm sure if I heard it, I'm
Yeah.
terrible with music. I'm
Yeah.
terrible with music.
But yeah, that's
Unless it's a
it.
musical, then I know
Yeah.
it. But,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Friday's great. Lion King was one of the most important movie soundtracks of my childhood.
No, for
we
sure.
we listened to it all
Did
the
you
time.
have the tape? Did you have?
Yeah, we had
Oh
the tape.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cassette tape.
My dad hated
There
it.
you go.
Yeah.
Good stuff. What movie or movie character have you most related to? These are very like
These are great.
stumping questions.
Yeah.
These are great. Furious Styles from Boys in the Hood.
Okay.
So Furious Styles was the father of the character named Trey, which is played by Cuba Gooding Jr. Lawrence Fishburne is the dad. So that's what I'm saying. Furious Styles was Lawrence Fishburne. And he was just the dad of the neighborhood. He was the dad that was single, trying to take care of his son and splitting time with the son's mom. The son got into too much trouble when he was like 11 or 12 at school, and so he had to go live with his dad. So his dad had to adjust to being a single man now full time with his son and take him into adulthood. So
Is that one that you could relate to when you were younger, and then now that you've
no, now I relate
It's
to
now?
it as a father. My son's 10, and he splits time with me and his mom. So he'll be here on Thanksgiving, and it's like being able to see a man care about his kid, on film, like you even with nobody's forcing him to do it. Nobody's even asking him to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like he wants to be there. He wants to do it. I feel like those type of images, I see them all the time in real life, but on camera and film, I don't see it as often. So
Amazing.
this one's not as serious, so I apologize.
all good.
What movies do you find yourself quoting the most?
Probably Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that just is so relatable. It's Friday. You ain't got no job. You ain't got nothing to do. Like,
I need to get on the Friday movies.
Like,
We
you
just
were
had-
like
yeah.
the
Me
third
too.
guest that we've had on
Yeah.
that's talked about Friday and how quotable it is, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, I need to watch these
Yeah.
films.
Smokey
Like, I
and
know.
Craig.
I know.
Come on. Bernie Mac's in there. I mean, they got, it's a great movie. Go
Do you
ahead,
like
check
the
it
whole
out.
franchise, or is it specifically the first one? Okay.
No, they got better
Yeah.
and better. I revisited Friday After Next like a few years ago, and I'm like, this is really funny. I was surprised at how funny it actually was. Like, it's really funny. They don't do anything but get better and better. But you start adding people like Terry Crews and Cat Williams and
Yeah.
Mike Epps, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be
all hilarious. people.
yeah,
Right. Even not having Chris
Is
Tucker.
Ice
the
Cube
sequels,
in
it's
all
still
of them?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's his. Oh yeah, that's his.
That's my goal for November. Is I'm gonna get through some Friday movies.
Is
One-
it just Friday after next?
No,
Or is it-
Friday,
like
next
three.
Friday, Friday after, and Friday after next
Okay.
is a holiday movie, so you can watch it
Oh,
for that.
boy.
You can try to
Put
time
it
it.
on your
All in
holiday
the
list.
It's a Christmas movie. It's so
It is
great.
a Christmas
It's so
movie.
good.
Santa breaks in and I mean, it's like hood Santa break, not Grinch. Like hood Santa comes in, and that's Ricky Smiley. So it's like, it's really great.
So you gave me a few movies that you said were some of your favorites or most important. We've talked about the Woman King a lot, which we have obviously not seen, but I guess you've already told us, especially too, what spoke to you about it. But what's one of the other movies?
That speak to me.
Yeah, like one of your favorites.
Yeah, you sent us a list, I think, right? Justin, do you remember what was on
Yeah,
there?
I sorry, I do remember your other lists. I wasn't trying to.
No, it's all good. I just so many.
What was-
movies.
what was
Toy Story?
You gave me He Got Game.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
See, I'm glad I couldn't remember. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's the one I really wanted to say. No, He Got Game. That's so for me. when I was little, my parents split time with me too.
Mm-hmm.
And so my mom didn't want me watching certain things or listening to certain things. And my dad was, he wanted to listen to her, but also he wanted to do what he wanted to do. So, when I was younger, I was about 9 years old, he let me see a movie called He Got Game. That's with Denzel Washington. That's made by Spike Lee. And it's like Ray Allen is in it, and Ray Allen's name is Jesus, and he's Denzel's son in the movie. And his dad accidentally kills his mom, and then he has to go away to prison, and Jesus has to raise himself and his younger sister. And when he finds out that he's so good at basketball that he's going to the NBA or he's going to college or something like that, and so the police try to like get his dad to make a deal for him to go to a specific college. And so his dad comes out random, right? He comes out and he's like, "Hey, son."
Yeah.
And he's like, "What?
What do you want?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Duke,
Yeah.
those,
Like, what
them
college you
Blue
thinking about?"
Devils.
Yeah.
I hear they're good.
And so in that, they, it's some great storytelling, and just the relationship between the dad and the son, and the reason why he named him Jesus, and how sorry he actually was, because he accidentally killed his mom, but it's like it still happened, and you still got to serve that time. But I mean, I thought that it was a different movie for me at the time. I had never seen anything like it, and I'll never forget it, and then going to see Denzel go to do Training Day after that, and then John Q after that. And remember the Titans?
Yeah.
It was like, yo, I like this guy.
The height of some Denzel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on him when he did the Pelican Brief. Like, I love that movie. Julia Roberts was so good.
Have not seen that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the
Really
Pelican
good.
Brief either.
There's so many Denzel movies
But
I have
other
not
people,
seen.
really?
Yeah.
No, it's really good.
Well, for us, we watched Glory a lot in school, so I think that
And
might have been my
Glory was really
Denzel
good.
introduction.
Is that
Yeah,
Morgan?
Glory-
Morgan
Yeah.
I mean, what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
hearing from you is like representation is very important with you for you,
Yeah.
and also like that father son being on screen too.
Yeah.
Sounds like those kind of really hit you.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there a movie you've shown your son that you were like that you were really excited to introduce him to?
It was Meteor Man.
It was Meteor
Yeah,
Man.
that
That was
was
the
it.
one.
You
Okay.
threw a party, Justin.
I know. Well, I didn't know if there was another one. Okay.
Well, the live version of The Lion King, I thought it was gonna be good.
Oh, sure.
That was trash.
Oh, that's the one.
I didn't like it. I'm sorry.
Good for you.
I didn't.
I
See
was
it.
really excited about Donald Glover, and then
I know, and
this-
Beyonce. And, my wife is obsessed with Beyonce. That's-
Okay, best Beyonce movie.
Is there one?
I can
I
tell
guess-
you one
Well,
that we
I mean-
watch all the
I
time.
mean, Dreamgirls.
Dreamgirls.
We watch
That's like the
Obsessed
only-
all the time.
Obsessed is the
Yeah.
one with Idris Elba.
What is
Yeah.
that?
That's
I
the
don't
one.
even know what that is.
It's like a suspense horror.
Yeah, Idris Elba and
Yeah.
and Ali Larter. It's like a
Yeah.
Fatal Attraction sort of
It's
thing.
just like
Beyonce's in that.
Yeah.
It's not like the greatest movie, but it's I mean, you can't go wrong with Idris Elba. Like,
Apparently you
that's what we
can,
watch.
'cause that sounds
That's
terrible.
like the holiday or the Halloween movie because my wife doesn't like Halloween movies that
Oh,
much. or
that's the
scary
one she'll
movies.
So
let
that's
pass.
one-
She's like, "Oh, I'll watch Obsessed," and I go, "All right, I'll watch
Yeah.
it with you." Yeah.
That's
I don't know.
great.
I did watch Austin Powers, the third one that
It
she's
was so
in all the time.
bad.
Gold member.
Yeah, but I was like 14 or something when it came out, so it was
No,
right up
I
my
mean,
alley.
she's great at music, but maybe not the acting thing so much. I'm
I was
sorry, I'm
hoping
blaspheming
I was hoping
Beyonce on her
that- I was
podcast.
hoping Lion King was gonna be it.
Yeah.
It was.
Okay.
You also gave us Parasite. Was
Parasite.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
which I knew they would be excited about.
No,
well,
you
I
got me
well I
in
was
a
excited
good
about too.
mode.
But
If
yeah.
I wrote these movies, like Parasite was amazing.
That was such a good movie.
And
I went into that kind of blind. Like, I didn't really know what
Yeah.
we were doing,
Yeah.
and we saw it, and I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
like that was one of the
Oh yeah,
best
when the
films
turn
I've
happens, you're
ever
just yeah.
seen in my whole life.
Yeah, you feel that. You feel, and that's what I'm talking about. That's why I like film. That's why I like camera work and everything like that. Like, there were so many aspects of it that were brought to life without them. They were not speaking English, and I caught everything. It just was. I love the fact that film can do that.
Absolutely. Or that I love gear shifts in movies where the movie seems like one thing and then there's all of a sudden a turn and it just
Crazy
goes a
turns.
completely different direction.
Yes.
And it's just kind of amazing that movies can even do that. Like and hold up, because sometimes movies try to change their like genres and stuff and it doesn't always work. But like
I always get the title. I was hoping that I wasn't talking about the Centipede.
Oh.
Because I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Yikes. I have not. Thank goodness.
It's pretty good.
Because I know enough
but
about
it's-
that movie
the
to not
human
watch
centipede.
it.
Yeah, Human Centipede. That's
No.
it. It just doesn't carry the same. But like, Parasite, Centipede.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
no,
mental
no, no.
pictures.
It's all very buggy.
Yeah.
What is
yeah.
very different from
Yeah.
the other one.
Yes, yeah.
There's this
Don't
movie-
watch the Human Centipede.
Besides those 3 movies in particular, you just said that you could talk about 90s hood movies the whole time if we let you.
Yes. Okay, so that's a whole genre to me.
Yeah.
90s hood movies is like I can sit up and watch them forever. I mean, you got everything on there. You got Friday, you got New Jersey Drive, you got Gridlocked, you got Poetic Justice, you got I can go on and on and on. It's really like I don't know, it's like when I saw Menace to Society, have you seen Menace to Society?
Yeah.
When I saw Menace to Society, I saw Lorenz Tate, being a gangster, and stomping people out and shooting people for no reason. It just felt very exciting to watch that on camera, to watch that on film, to watch that. And those are the movies that they wouldn't let me watch at first. Those are the movies that my mom would not let me just pop in or anything like that. So when I got to be about 11 or 12, she would actually like sit down with me and turn on the movie and just talk me through it.
That's very responsible parenting.
That's my Dukes right there.
Well, thanks so much for coming on and talking to us.
Thank you for
Yeah,
having me. I feel like
yeah.
I took up a lot of y'all's time, man.
No, that's what we want.
That's the podcast.
That's exactly what we
part
want.
of our day.
If it's 10 minutes, then nobody's going to get to know you that well.
Yeah. We
do some yeses
we
and
do
nos.
this so we don't have to do all the talking.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It worked.
Everybody should look up Black Hookah.
Yes, watch
Yes.
Black Hookah. It's on YouTube for now. Here in the future, we're having some talks with getting it on some networks.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
We will
man, we're
link
doing
it
some
on our
things.
YouTube channel
Yeah,
underneath
yes.
in the comments. So
Yes.
look at the comments.
Yeah.
It's the button. It's that you press the button.
Down below.
Yeah.
Smash that button. Smash that button.
Smash it, like it, comment, subscribe. I want to give a shout out to Ray Ray. Give a shout out to Bubba Sparks. Hey.
Those are actually people in
Yeah,
here, though.
yeah.
Thanks so much, Robert.
Thank you.